And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Mic test. All right, looks good. Just setting things up. Bear with me a couple of seconds, guys. Big things are happening. We're going to sit and talk about it right now. But for the time being, alrighty. How are we feeling tonight? How's everybody? Microphone good, camera good, everything's good. Guys, we are looking at Bitcoin finally making some moves. Super excited to talk about it in detail. Welcome, Oriane, my favorite viewer. Is there an echo? Oh, mic check. Bear with me a second. There we go. Microphone was placed on the wrong place. Sweet. Bear with me a second. All right, that should solve the microphone issue. How you guys doing? Everyone okay? I had the microphone on my desk, so that's why there was a bit of an echo. So something big is happening right now in Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, and you can clearly see what's going on. We are getting massive moves that's going on over here. I've been holding this trade since I've been in this trade since Saturday over the weekend. I've noticed some liquidity coming in and filling this imbalance. As you can see on Sunday, price came in and it's completely entered this imbalance on the 4-hour time frame and it was filled. And it got respected a couple of times. And that's when I started saying, you know what, I think possibly this is a good time to enter, even though it's in a consolidation box. But this consolidation box does have quite a bit of a tell. There's a lot of things that's happening right now because of this particular candle. Now, price has aggressively moved from 68,000 to 70,000 and it's climbing aggressively. You can see these big moves happening because finally Bitcoin is looking to expand. It's expanding rapidly. I'm trying to see if there's any news today. Is there any news? No, there isn't any news today. So we don't have any news for today. Today we are truly trading purely price action. Price action based on the technical analysis and absolutely no news trading. So let's go into a deeper perspective to see what's going on. When this retracement happens right now, guys, this is a great place to enter. This retracement that's about to fill the blanks right now, this is a great place. It's a wonderful, fantastic place to look for entries. Because I believe that this is the part where Bitcoin is going to start targeting higher and aiming for $100,000. Because this is where the change of character has finally happened after weeks and weeks and weeks of a downtrend. I mean, this downtrend has started off since October 7. Funny enough, it's on that day. But on October 7, 2025, precisely that day, that's where a market structure shift has happened. And Bitcoin has been dumping ever since in a very aggressive manner. And it has not had a change of character ever since, a clear change of character. This is the only place over here where there was a change of character. It has taken out a lower high, and now it's in consolidation, and an inverse fair value gap has been filled twice. And because there's two inverse fair value gaps, you can clearly see the price wants to take off. So now we're going to be targeting this level of liquidity over here, which is the range of 74,400 up to 76,400. So the $2,000 range between 74.4 or let's just round it up, 74,000 to 76,000. That's the next target of liquidity. If price closes above 71,800, this is where we can confirm 100% that the momentum has completely changed from bearish with bullish momentum to bullish with bullish momentum, which is what we're all hoping for. We all want Bitcoin to go to the moon. So that's what we're looking at right now. How you doing, Sheen? How's it going? Welcome everybody. So how are we feeling? Are you guys in any trades right now? We have no news today, guys. Absolutely no news. Bitcoin is finally making big plays. I love to see this. This is a very nice move. This move has gone from 68.8 to 69.5. We have literally gone up within an hour. Within an hour, we've moved 183 points. Very nice. There's a lot of volatility coming in. Quite a lot of volatility. Very nice. In Ethereum right now. Okay, so since Bitcoin is pumping, that means Ethereum is probably pumping as well. Yep. We're looking at it on a 1 hour time frame. Rejection wick over here. Let's take a look on a 4 hour time frame. All right. Okay, it's bearish. This is the resistance level. All right. Lower high, stretch this out. Resistance over here, stretch this out a little bit more. All right. Downtrend, price going higher. Downtrend. And then price breaks above over here. Let's mark this level over here. Okay, interesting enough, it's exactly where it is. The price created a lower high over here, ranging, and then price took out this lower high, which created an imbalance. Okay, let's take a look at the imbalance from here to here and stretch this out a little bit. All right, price goes up, price comes back down, it fills the imbalance, and it even goes beyond. If it went beyond, let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. There must have been some other imbalance as well. Now it's already filled, so let's take a look at the 30 minutes. Already filled. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Yeah, there was a tiny imbalance on the 15 minutes. Quite microscopic. Even I wouldn't have noticed this one. Okay. Right here. Need to stretch this out. Yeah, there we go. Stretch this out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Refresh. So you can see this imbalance over here gets filled. Yeah, it gets filled twice. I mean, this would be the ideal entry over here. So it gets filled twice. And then gets filled over here. But there is a resistance over here because this is the particular level where the lower high is on a 4 hour time frame. As you can see, price has come to it, and it's reflecting, and it's rejecting. It's rejected here perfectly, came back down, filled the imbalance, and now it's going higher. So let's see on the 5 minute time frame what's happening. It broke above, which is a very nice sign. So the fact that it broke above, this simply means the price is going to come down to catch liquidity. and then look for possible higher entries over here. This is a good indication that price wants to go higher because we're already breaking the highs. All right, so that is your analysis for Ethereum. It looks good. It's moving with Bitcoin. The 1 hour time frame is pushing. So this new candle probably will come down and want to aim higher. So yeah, Ethereum looks bullish to me. Overall, Ethereum looks bullish to me. You open a short. Well, let's see. Right now, on a lower time frame, on a 5-minute time frame, I'm expecting Ethereum to go down to fill this imbalance over here. But it's just a scalp. It's not a high probability setup. It's just a scalp. The price is going to go down since there's 2 rejections over here. Once it goes down, it's going to fill this imbalance and then continue higher. It could also continue higher from here. But usually what price does is it comes down over here, it fills the imbalance and continue higher. And since on the 15-minute time frame we have 3 minutes before this candle closes, it looks like a healthy rejection, which means price likely was going to come down and fill this gap over here. But if you're in shorts, be sure to close your trade by the time it reaches 1,987. That's where you want to target if you're in shorts. Don't cry, it's okay. Just place your stops above where the price is right now. Just place your stops above this high at 2024. Just place your stops over there. But it's interesting you went shorts. Why would you enter a sell position over here? There's no indication of it being bearish. No indication at all. I don't see any bearish momentum. You guys need to trade this structure. If you ever enter a trade, ask yourself, what is my bias? Am I buying it or am I selling it? So, if you want to know your bias, if you're buying or selling, simply just go on a 4-hour time frame and find this market structure from there. Look at if it's creating lower highs or lower lows or higher highs and higher lows. And right now, it's creating higher highs and higher lows. So you should be looking for buys, not for sells. So be mindful of that. But if you're in shorts right now, you have a nice scalp trades. But if you want to hold for a long time, look for an entry over here inside this range. Yeah. Go on the 5-minute time frame and look for this candle, which is at 7:25 a.m. New York time. This candle over here. It has a massive fair value gap. Let's see Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing the same thing. Done a big push, and now it's retracing. It's coming back down a little bit for a nice retracement. Very nice candle. This is a very, very, very nice candle. Super happy with that. I've got my stops literally right beneath this over here, right beneath the FVG, the 4-hour fair value gap. So if it continues higher over here, I'll be very pleased. I'm expecting it to, because we've got 45 minutes until this 4-hour close. So let's see. Did it just come here to hit this resistance to fill the gap? Which it did. It really did perfectly. It filled the gap to perfection. Now the question is it going to fill the gap to perfection, come back down and dump? And this is just a fake out? Because it could also be a fake out. There's a high probability it could also be a fake out, because we're still bearish overall. I mean, this is what I keep saying, so I haven't removed this in weeks. It is still overall bearish with bullish momentum. And as you can see, it came down on the 4-hour time frame. This is the imbalance right here, right? This is the bearish imbalance. It came down on a 4-hour time frame, and it completely filled this imbalance to perfection. See, the opening, the close. And if you go on a 5-minute time frame, you can see that in action. It targeted it perfectly, it filled it. So now the question is, if Bitcoin closes above over here, like if literally price closes above, it's inside the imbalance right now. If it closes above, it means Bitcoin is bullish. It means it's a very strong indication that it's bullish. But then if it comes down, it fills this imbalance and it enters into this range again. If it enters into this range again, that is not a good sign. It just means that Bitcoin just did a fake out and it's probably going to come back down. So we are still speculating. I'm already in a trade from down here, so I'm all set. So BTC is overall bearish, but Ethereum is bullish. Not exactly, no. Overall, look, let me break it down for you. Okay. Bitcoin has been bearish for quite some time. Now, a market structure shift has happened, and usually what happens when there's a market structure shift is that price, when it breaks above the lower high and creates an imbalance, it gets filled and continues higher. So realistically speaking, what should have happened is price came and filled this imbalance over here. See, down, 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 lower high, gets taken out, and there's an imbalance. Okay, now price comes down, it fills the imbalance, which is here, okay, which is your precise entry over here, and you should be targeting higher, which is this area, and you place your stops right beneath over here, okay? But instead, what happened? Instead, I mean, technically, if anyone entered a trade here, okay, they're still in the trade, they didn't get stopped out. But instead, price, it came here, it went up, it rejected, it came back down, it came all the way down, it filled imbalances, etc., etc. And we've been here since when? When did this break? On February 6th. Since February 6th, which is 10 days ago, we have been in a consolidation box. Price hasn't gone higher. Usually when a market structure shift happens and there is a displacement candle, it should start moving higher almost immediately after the imbalance fell. But instead, it filled the imbalance, and then it created another internal market structure shift. It became bearish because of this candle over here, as you can see, over here and over here. And they created imbalances, which gets filled, but then it gets rejected again. So the sellers are still trying to take control. They're still pushing the market lower, and they're creating imbalances, but the buyers keep stopping it to go lower than 65,000. It's not going lower than that. So it's a complicated story because at the end of the day, it's in a consolidation zone. In a consolidation zone, nobody knows if Bitcoin is bullish or bearish. Nobody knows if this is gold and it's in a consolidation zone. Nobody knows if it's bullish or bearish. It's just impossible to know because there is no trend. There is no actual direction. It's just ranging. And because it's ranging, it's hard to make decisions based off of that. But overall, that's why I put the word bearish with bullish momentum, because a market structure shift happened, which means bullish, with a imbalance, which means bullish, and an inverse fair value gap, which means bullish, and a rejection, a imbalance fill, which a fair value gap fill, and a push, which means, you know, it's bullish. So all of these bullish confluences, then if that's the case, if it's all bullish, 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 then why is the market not pushing higher? So because we don't see the market pushing higher, I call it still bearish with bullish momentum. Now, if Bitcoin is like this, then Ethereum is also like this, and XRP, and Solana, and Trump coin, and everything. Anything crypto related, they all follow Bitcoin. So that is why I say it is still bearish with bullish momentum. However, we've had so many confluences showing that the price wants to go higher. And what are they? Number one, here, inverse fair value gap. Number two, this gets perfectly filled over here at this demand zone, which happened last year. Perfect rejection wick, a rejection wick that's literally $4,000 of a rejection wick. Okay, that's two. Three, we have a displacement candle, which left behind a fair value gap. Four, it created a rejection wick and it filled the imbalance to perfection. All right. 5, an inverse fair value gap gets created over here because this gets filled and this lower high gets taken out. 6, this fair value gap on a 1 hour time frame gets filled. 7, this imbalance over here gets filled, and this lower high keeps getting respected and price keeps rejecting. These are 7 confluences that price wants to go higher. So it's still bearish, but there is bullish momentum. And until it breaks this level over here, which I keep telling everybody every day, this level over here, 71,861, this candle over here, until price breaks that level, Bitcoin is overall bearish. And as you can see over here, price filled exactly this 4 hour, on this 4 hour imbalance over here, it filled it perfectly. It got rejected perfectly. So what are we going to see? Maybe price is going to now go from here. Where is this thing? No, not this one. Yeah. Maybe price right now, it came like this, came up, came down. It came here, and now it's probably going to go down all the way here. That is a possibility. But there's also another possibility. Price is going to be doing this. Price can go up from here to here to here, and then all the way above, and then come back down over here and continue higher. And this is what we're going to find out this week. This week is going to show us. It could be even today, because New York session, we are right now in New York session pre-open. Once this clock hits 5:30 p.m., the liquidity starts coming in, which is 5:30 p.m. Dubai time, which is 8:30 a.m. New York time. Once that happens, which is in 8 minutes, you're going to start seeing what's happening. Where is price, where it's going, where it wants to go. We're going to see a surge of liquidity. So let's take a look and observe what the market is going to be doing. For now, I believe that BTC is trying to go higher. It rejected perfectly. It's coming down now to fill this imbalance over here. And once it fills this imbalance over here on a 5-minute time frame, it's gotta go higher. And if it doesn't go higher, then it's gonna go lower down to 59,000. So we're gonna be seeing big moves. Either it's going to 70,000 or it's going to go to 59,000. Not 70,000, it's gonna go higher. Wait, let me look at it on a higher time frame. It's either gonna go to 75,000 or it's going to go down to 59,000. So that is my overall analysis on Bitcoin. And as I mentioned earlier, Oriane, if Bitcoin is going up, Ethereum is going to follow. If Bitcoin's going down, Ethereum is going to follow. In Forex lands where pips align, gold baby gleams also fine. That looks like a poem, bro. That looks like poetry. Funny poetry. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking with Bitcoin. There are these two possibilities, but again, it looks like it wants to go higher. So we're gonna find out in 6 minutes where the liquidity is going to take it. Let's take a look at gold. We haven't seen gold in a while. How you doing, Goldilocks? Been a while. All right, so now we're gonna look at gold on a 4-hour time frame. Let's stretch this out. Okay. So market is bullish from here. Lower high taken out. Okay, rejection wick. Lower high taken out. There is a rejection over here. Let's see. Kind of breaks above, but leave this here. Stretch this out a bit. There's no liquidity in gold. Nothing interesting. 4-hour fair value gap got filled. No liquidity here. Comes down, fills it again, and then it does a push higher. 2 of these candles. This is a nice pattern. This is a candlestick pattern that shows bullish momentum. Okay, price goes up, takes out these lows. Not very powerful levels, but they're just casual levels, higher lows. Takes it out, comes back, fills the imbalance, comes back. And then this candle, this is the candle that gives me that caught my attention. This candle. Is it blue color? Yes, it's blue color. Okay, this candle caught my attention because this is a massive rejection wick, and these rejection wicks show that it's going to be a bullish momentum. Price pushed higher, it came back down because it's still early on Monday morning, and now there's a bottom rejection wick, and it looks like price is going to aim higher now towards this consolidation zone and supply area, hopefully taking out this higher high at 5,100 and then targeting all of this. This is a lot of move right here. This is a big open move. When price comes here and takes out this high, it's going to be pushing from 5,100 to 5,400 very, very cleanly. So we're looking for a break above here. 5,101. That's the break we're looking for. Yeah, it looks good. Trading poetry. Hey man, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of trading poetry before. That's the first time. I've never seen trading poetry. People come up with new things every day, man. Trading poetry is just one of those things. All right, we got 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes until New York sessions liquidity comes in. Let's see what happens. Usually Monday I don't see much liquidity because Monday is kind of like Monday is the Asian session of the week. You know, it just creates the range, the highs of Mondays and the lows of Monday. You guys should do that. You know, it's not a strategy, but it's just an understanding. Mark the high and the low of the daily candle of every Monday and just look for a price to break above or below. If it breaks above, you're bullish. If it breaks below, you're bearish. Because Monday creates the range. Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday are the best days to trade, and Friday is market manipulation. Let's see. There's relative equal lows, multiple relative equal lows, so it looks pretty good in gold. Gold is literally at the $5,000 mark. Literally right now, right here, $5,000. So since it's having rejections on the $5,000 mark, it's a good sign that gold wants to go higher. It's a good sign. So Bitcoin and gold looks overall bullish. So let's see. So BTC rejected. We're getting the liquidity is coming in right now. Let's take a look at the liquidity. All right. Price is pushing a bit lower. We want it to go higher, to be honest. Bear with me a second, just adjusting my wires with my setup. This seems like a liquidity sweep, to be honest. This BTC dump looks like a liquidity sweep. It's coming back to the level where it took off from. And it's going to go a little bit lower just to sweep out anybody who bought early. You know, after this move, anyone who bought early, just sweeping them right now. It might even go a little bit lower, so let's see. Orient, since the short order, yeah, exactly. I was just about to tell you, since you just since you did short, you should definitely close it right now. Just secure your profits, because what we're witnessing right now is a liquidity sweep, and the market's opening in 20 seconds. So, this is a clear indication of liquidity sweep. You can see price is struggling to go lower. It might go even a tiny bit lower just to secure more liquidity, probably below this low over here. So be patient. With your sell order, just take it, secure it. All right, it's 5:30 p.m. Dubai time. It's 8:30 a.m. New York time. And you can see the buyers and sellers are right now having a game of tug of war. This is a liquidity sweep. I strongly believe it is. Looks like a healthy liquidity sweep. All right, let's take a look at gold. See what's happening in gold. Also another liquidity sweep. It should go a bit lower though. Okay. Yeah, BTC just came in. It filled the imbalance again. Yeah. There's a lot happening. There is a lot happening. I'm hoping that this candle, this is a 4-hour time frame right now. We got 28 minutes. I'm hoping that this candle is going to close above this imbalance. Once this candle closes above the imbalance, this is good. This is looking really good. This is looking real nice. It's actually looking pretty clean and easy. And normally the markets does not like to keep things clean and easy. It likes to get messy. I'm expecting price to at least do another sweep. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for another sweep. This sweep is innocent. Whoever bought is probably putting their stop loss beneath this. And that's particularly where institutional traders are going to be looking to enter at people's targeted stop losses. Let's take a look. Let's get rid of this and this so we can see things a little bit more clearly. Yeah, I like a nice clean chart. All right. I mean, it really could take off from here. This is a good place to, I mean, technically speaking, this is the place to buy. But I'm still expecting it to come back down. This is just so clean. It can't be that easy. It just can't be that easy. There's got to be something. There's got to be another move, another play that's going to come down and sweep liquidity, because everybody who's in this trade right now is probably counting their millions. They're probably counting their profits, and they're probably planning their vacations because this was such an easy move. Can't be that easy, but we'll see. All right. This is a good indication, guys. This is a good sign that Bitcoin wants to go higher. We want it to go higher, don't we? We are team pro Bitcoin. Ethereum, so I should have to wait for the next sweep. I mean, you don't have to. This is a sweep, and usually I like to enter trades after a sweep. But since I'm already in a trade, I didn't do a sweep. I'm already in a trade right now. However, I believe that there will be another sweep because this looks too easy. There's no way that price just has done all this bullish momentum. It took out a lot of highs and filled the imbalance perfectly, and it came down to refill all of the imbalances over here to give people a second chance to enter and continue higher before it continues higher, because we've been in this consolidation zone for about 2 weeks now. It's been 10 days, but realistically it's been about 2 weeks since the start of February. So if we're going to be in a consolidation zone before price does a big, massive, aggressive move to the upside or the downside, I'm expecting a second liquidity sweep. And the second liquidity sweep is going to wipe out a lot of people, maybe even including myself. So we'll see. Can't be that easy. Market does not want to make the market is not going to make things easy for you. It's not going to make it easy where you're going to end up being a millionaire immediately. It's going to make you suffer. You're going to play with your emotions. And you need to have that discipline of just managing your emotions through these trades. All right, I think this is the second liquidity sweep coming in right now. Here we go. Another liquidity sweep. Yeah, price is going lower. Price is going much lower. Going to bounce off of this level over here. This is a good time to enter. Okay, you said you want to wait for the second sweep. This is the second sweep. Okay, price is taking out this lower level. Price is taking out this level. You can see a clear sweep over here. Whenever there's a first sweep and it's aggressive, always know that there will be a second sweep that's even more aggressive, because the second sweep is where, you know, people place, they see the sweep and then they enter and they put their stops above the first sweep. So then they think they're smart. They think that they cheated the system. So what does the system do? It creates a second sweep and hits all of their stop loss orders, and then it makes the real move. In some cases, it even does a third sweep. It really just depends on the market and experience. You know, like when you start looking at the charts, this is what I called for. I called for this. I said it's gone higher, it's done an explosive move, but it's come back down to do a imbalance fill and for retracement and for liquidity sweeps. And I said it's going to do one sweep, and it did. And I said, wait, hold on, a second sweep is coming, and it's happening right before us. And then from here, this is where I'm anticipating either a third sweep, which probably not. There's a low chance of that because it's usually two sweeps. Sometimes it becomes three sweeps, not always, but it's usually two sweeps. And after the second sweep, then price starts taking off in the direction that you want it to go. And this one is one sweep, and this looks like the second sweep. But then again, we are looking at a 1 minute time frame. So let's take a look at the 5 minute time frame. This would be a great place to enter, but it's literally the smallest stop loss you guys could have. I mean, this is so clean. Like if you entered here, then you'd be entering like this. This is what it would look like. You'd have your stops like this, right beneath this low, and then your target would be 75K. So you'd literally, this would be your risk to reward ratio, which is 1 to 27 risk to reward ratio. This is a fantastic place to enter, because if you lose it, you're not losing much. So just an idea. Are we going to see a third liquidity sweep over here? Possible. There is a possibility. We want it to go higher. We are team bulls. Today we are team bulls. Yeah, I think a third sweep is going to happen right here. Let's see. I'm anticipating it to at least go down here. This is where I'm anticipating it to go. Okay, so this is the third sweep. As you can see, price is coming in. It's done a third sweep. So all the traders who've entered here thinking they were smart, they've lost over here. Second level of traders have entered here. They stopped over here. They think we're smart. And now this is the third sweep. And as you can see, it's reached the 1 minute time frame low. And it's probably going to do another sweep from here. Because technically, everyone's looking at this low now. For those ones who lost here and here, they're looking at this low. The price came exactly over here and filled it. It went below and it swept liquidity. This is a sweep over here, and now the buyers have entered. Now the buyers have entered. Let's see. If this goes any lower, then this setup is invalid. If this goes any lower from here, which is where the level that I marked, if the price goes any lower from here, the setup is invalid, and now Bitcoin is still bearish. This is the problem with trading with consolidation zones, but it still has not gone lower. We're still looking. On the 1 minute time frame over here, as you can see, price came, it rejected off of it, it's done a sweep naturally like it would, and now it looks like it's trying to push higher. There's a doji. Is it going to go lower? Let's see. If it goes lower, then the setup becomes completely invalid. Let's see. Since I entered early and I have a small position, I have my stops below this level over here. I have my stops at 67,500. So let's see. But I'm anticipating a bull run from here, because we've been in consolidation too long. And Bitcoin going down to 59K it's actually crazy news. It's crazy. This is history, you know, it's headlines. Coming down to 59K. That's really really a lack of confidence in Bitcoin that I don't think investors or the market or anybody wants that. Not even bankers, not even central banks. They don't want Bitcoin to go all the way down because they too have invested a lot of money in ETFs and they've invested a lot of money in Bitcoin. They're holding a lot of Bitcoin. And governments right now are buying a lot of gold and Bitcoin. So this is ideally a good place for them to buy and hold for the next bull run, which I'm anticipating is going to go to 200K. Because right now this is cheap. Bitcoin is pretty cheap right now. It's at 68,000. When you buy it at this level and it goes to 200K, you got yourself a sweet deal. So let's see. All right, 1 minute time frame. We're looking at a bullish engulfing candle. It's still trying to figure out where it wants to go. There is a rejection here. There is a rejection there. But it looks like it wants to go higher. Let's see the chat. I need to close, I think, Ethereum short order, so I have to wait for the next sweep. 200K. Yep, that's what I said. I said it here first. I believe 200K. I have a strong belief that it's going to go to 200K. I mean, it has to. It's not like it's going to go to 100K again and then just stay over there and then dump to zero. Because look, Bitcoin, it's either going to go higher or it's going to dump to zero and then end the world of cryptocurrency, which is not going to happen. We are in the age of Web3. We are in the age of blockchain. We are in the age of crypto. We are in that time. We are not moving back as human beings. So I don't believe that there is going to be setbacks with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to go higher. And if it goes to that point of its highest peak, like let's look at the monthly. We'll just take a look at the highest point. Where's the highest point? It's 126,000. Let's get the actual number. 126,301. Exactly. Now, if Bitcoin goes lower and lower and lower and it keeps dumping, then what's the point of Web3? What's the point of crypto? There's no point. So it has to go higher than 126,000. Price is going to go to it, whether it bounces, retraces, it doesn't matter. In the next 10 years, it's going to go higher. It could be next year, it could be next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. We don't know when, but we do know that it's definitely going to go higher because the world has invested too much time in Bitcoin. It's invested too much time in Web3 technologies. It's invested too much money and time in blockchain technologies. And all of that is powered by Bitcoin. So there's no way Bitcoin is going to fail. It's impossible. I can bet my name to it. I don't think so. Very unlikely. All right, so 5 minute time frame. It looks like the sweep has happened. And the 1 minute low over here, price closed right above it. I mean, it's got a tiny move ahead of it, but doesn't count. These tiny moves don't really count, so it's respected the level. And 5 minute time frame, we got 30 seconds. You see the buyers are pushing it much higher than it is. The buyers are really trying to push higher. So let's see, 26 seconds. 1 minute time frame. This is a zone that we're entering. It's created, it's not even a downtrend or an uptrend right now, it's in consolidation. And this consolidation just signifies that the buyers and sellers are playing a game of tug of war. And based on everything I'm seeing, the buyers should win. But if it dumps right here, if it breaks below this low, I'm expecting a massive crash, like a massive, it's going to just slide down and crash completely. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Bitcoin's going to go higher. Maybe do a sweep below this low over here. But I believe Bitcoin's going to go higher from here. This is relative equal lows on a 1 minute time frame. The price wants to go higher. It keeps getting rejected at this level. I can clearly see constant rejections at this particular level. So yeah, that's my analysis on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at gold. Let's see what's happening on gold. Gold is still ranging. Nothing going on in gold. Let's look at the US stock market, also in consolidation. Let's take a look at GBP. Forex looks like the British pound, gold, the dollar pumped, and now the dollar is dumping. And since the dollar is dumping, the Great British Pound is pumping. But I think this is just an imbalance fill. Since the lows are all the lows were taken over here, this is probably an imbalance fill. Which means the dollar is going to be continuously pumping from here. Let's take a look at the dollar on the charts. Still ranging for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the DXY. The DXY is the dollar. Let's take a look on a 4-hour time frame. Also ranging. The market's not really good, guys. Today, market is quiet. Not much going on in the market. Not much going on in the market. We got 1-hour time frame. This candle, if it closes this way, just so you guys know, if BTC, this candle closes with this, the way it looks right now, the next candle, the next 1-hour candle is going to go lower. And it's going to target much low. So let's see. Terrifying. This is terrifying. We don't want Bitcoin to go lower. If this candle closes this way, it might just go lower all the way down to 65K. And if it breaks below that, it's going to go down to 59K. And that would be heartbreaking, guys. We don't want Bitcoin to go lower. That would be heartbreaking. Let's take a look and see. Not much going on, guys. 1 minute time frame. Bitcoin's not going lower. In a range. The buyers have entered the price many times, but they couldn't push it higher. Sellers seem like they're still in control. There are 2 rejections on a 5-minute time frame. Maybe possibly a third. We're going to find out in 1 minute. On a 15-minute time frame, there is a rejection. It seems like there's another rejection forming right now. Do I see liquidity? Yes, there's another rejection. This is a good sign. Okay, this candle needs to close above here. If this closes above here, we get a close above here. Let me write it. 1 minute time frame, close above. If we get a 1 minute time frame close above here, then price should take off, and this should set the move higher. 200K. If it closes below, price closes below here. 1 minute time frame close below. Then this should set the price to go lower. Let's take a look. All right, let's see the 5-minute time frame. This is not a good sign. It actually might go lower. I think the sellers are definitely in control of the market right now. Okay, if it closes below here, you're going to find a massive dump. If the price closes below here, you're going to find that Bitcoin is going to have a massive aggressive dump. Let's see. If Bitcoin closes above this high over here, I'm going to be looking for buys. This is a very important time, guys. This right here is a very important. What's happening over here? This is a very big battle. A very, very big fight between buyers and sellers. I love that I'm watching this. This is exciting for me. This is like watching World War II happening right in front of me. It's a massive battle between buyers and sellers. You could see that. The sellers keep trying to push it down and the buyers keep trying to push it back up. Price is indecisive. If it breaks below here, you're going to find a sharp nosedive falling knife crash. And we don't want it to go lower. But the chances are it's probably going to go lower. It looks like it's going to go lower. You got 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Buyers need to make a play right here. Buyers need to make a play right here. All right. 1 minute time frame. The bears have won the fight. I'm expecting price to dump right here. 1 minute close right below. Let's see what's going to happen. It should be dumping right here. This is just creating the higher wick. There's a clear confluence. The price is going to go lower. Yeah, there we go. It's too easy, guys. I mentioned it literally 30 minutes ago. Bitcoin's not going to make it easy for you. It's not going to be easy to make. It's not going to allow you to just make easy money. That's not how the market works. The whole world is looking at this right now. Everybody, me, you, the entire world, everybody's looking at where Bitcoin is right now. And a lot of people are bullish. A lot of people are bullish because, again, like I mentioned earlier, there were 7 confluences of why it is bullish. 7 big confluences of why the market is bullish. However, it keeps playing with our emotions. A massive move is going to be happening very, very soon. It's either going to crash going down or pump going up. Since this candle over here has taken out this low, it should be going down. However, it didn't take it out like aggressively. It was just a small, how many, not even 1 pip, just a tiny, yeah, like I can't even measure this. It's just not even 1 pip, a fraction of a pip. So we can't make big decisions based on that. We wait. We wait some more. Really want this to be a nice rejection so it goes higher. We need to see a big play, guys. We need to see a big play soon. Whether it's bullish or bearish, but we're going to see a big play very soon. Liquidity is shuffling around right now. We've got 6 minutes until the new 1 hour candle opens up. And that is likely where we're going to be seeing a surge in liquidity. Okay, sellers are trying to push it down. Buyers are buying again. This is not the first time. This is the first, second, third, fourth time, fifth time. 5 times we've seen the sellers try to push and the bulls are holding on. Another rejection. Interesting. Let's see 5-minute time frame. I mean, technically speaking, on this fair value gap, price could come into this fair value gap and fill it. exactly in the middle point. But we don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Right now, everyone's got their eyes over here. I can guarantee the entire world, whoever's trading Bitcoin is looking right here with us. The millions of people who are looking at Bitcoin right now, their eyes are over here. We're in a consolidation box, and inside the consolidation box, we are at relative equal lows in a bearish market with bullish momentum. A lot is happening. It's not a clear trend. This is why consolidation zones are just painful. Because if it's a trend, it's so simple. It's so simple. It's like your trades are going to be 70% win rate. When it's in a consolidation zone, your bias, your setup, everything, it could be good, but the market could still do the opposite because it's in the consolidation zone. So your win rate is probably going to go down to 51%. You know, that's why consolidation zones are tough. But a 10-day consolidation zone is painful, guys. We want to see a move. The lower now, the higher future. Yeah, the lower it goes, the higher it goes in the future. I agree. All right, we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the hour closes. And once the hour closes, we're going to be able to see what's the next move. Because the surge of liquidity comes in at 8:30 a.m. New York time, but then an even bigger surge of liquidity comes at 9 a.m. US time. I believe that all the traders, all the institutional traders right now are just waiting. They're waiting for price to go lower so they can get it at the perfect time. So let's take a look and see. We've got 3 minutes of this, possibly. And by 9 a.m., which is in 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I'm expecting a big move. For those of you who are watching right now, where are you watching from? Which country? Are you nearby? Are you in Dubai? Are you in the States? Where are we watching from? We got a minute and 30 seconds. Nice. So we're probably neighbors. Come on, Bitcoin. Don't go down. We don't want to see you go down. All right, gold has done a rejection wick over here. Possibly means it wants to go higher. And an inverse fair value gap that gets formed on gold gets filled over here and then created an imbalance. And now gold is going to go higher. So if gold's going to go higher, it means Bitcoin's probably going to go higher too. Not always. It's not always the case, but likely the case. Yeah. Let's see. Here comes the liquidity, guys. Are we ready? Do we have a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here comes the moves. Getting rejections from both up and down. All right, here comes the bullish. The buyers are buying. All right, let's take a look at what's happening on the dollar. The dollar is trying to go down. Not moving right now. Just frozen. See 5-minute time frame. All right, dollar is going down. There is liquidity. You can see it. Liquidity is there. It's still not going anywhere. The buyers and sellers are both aggressively buying and selling. God damn. How long are we gonna have to stay in this battlefield? This is a long, long, long fight. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go higher. That's my analysis. I've done my analysis. I've done my homework. I've done the research. I've done everything. It is still bearish. However, there are 7 confluences for BTC to go higher. So, that being said, my bias is BTC's got to go higher. But if it goes down and it breaks it, I'll accept my losses and move on and come back for another setup. All right, it seems like the top wick was just formed, and this is very likely going to go down. Look, based on candlestick patterns, this what we see over here is an imbalance. It gets filled perfectly, gets rejected on a 4-hour time frame, and now the candle. This is a bearish engulfing. This is a classic bearish engulfing candle move. It's so perfect. The price needs to go lower. However, overall, we are bullish. There is a lot of bullish momentum. The buyers are pushing it. So what happens next? It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. This could be a short-term meaning like 1-hour time frame low, like price to go lower. But overall, price wants to go higher. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is reacting the exact same way, doing the exact same thing. Let's take a look at the dollar, going higher, which means BTC is probably going to go lower. And gold is still in consolidation. Guys, there is no action going on today in the market. No action. This is a slow, it's a slow romantic K-drama series between buyers and sellers. They are still flirting with each other, but nobody is winning. Nothing yet. You can see the liquidity. You can see that the price just now, just this dump right here. Sellers are trying to push again, and the buyers are holding strong. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and we're going to be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, there's no news. So the institutional traders will definitely enter the market tomorrow. And there was no news. And since there's no news and it's a Tuesday, it's going to bring in a lot of moves. Like technical analysis is going to be the big factor of tomorrow's moves. And technical analysis is technically what everybody likes to do. So I'm looking for big movements tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up right now, guys. And I believe today is also Chinese New Year. So for all my Chinese friends and viewers, Kenyan Koila, if I said that right, please don't kill me for saying it wrong. And I wish you guys a happy new year. And also, I hope Bitcoin goes to the moon. That's my New Year, my Chinese New Year wish. So, yeah, let's see. That's a nice rejection, by the way. 1 minute time frame closed below. Price came perfectly to it, and it's pushing. So if it breaks above this 1 minute time frame high, it's going to be bullish from there. And if it goes below, I still expect it to go lower. We're still waiting. All right, we've got the bulls are entering the market. But is it a sweep? Let's see what happens. Is it a sweep? Are we still ranging? Possibly still ranging. We've got 5 seconds. All right, 2 seconds, 1 second. We're still ranging. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. It's been a pleasure. Tomorrow, same time. I'll see you guys. Take care.